Chapter 19, James and the Giant Peach. "Look!" cried the centipede just as they were finishing their meal. "Look at that funny, thin, black thing gliding through the water over there." They all swung around to look. "There are two of them," said Miss Spider. "There are lots of them," said Miss Ladybug. "What are they?" asked Earthworm, getting worried. "They must be some kind of fish," Old Green Grasshopper said. "Perhaps they come along to say hello." "They are sharks!" cried the Earthworm. "I'll bet you anything you like that they are sharks and they've come along to eat us up." "What absolute rot!" the centipede said, but his voice seemed suddenly to have become a little shaky, and he wasn't laughing. "I am positive they are sharks," said the Earthworm. I just know they are sharks." And so, in actual fact, did everybody else, but they were too frightened to admit it. There was a short silence, and they all peered down anxiously at the sharks, who were cruising slowly around the round peach. "Just assuming they are sharks," the centipede said, "there still can't possibly be any danger to us if we stay up here." Even as he spoke, one of those thin black fins suddenly changed direction and came cutting swiftly through the water right up to the side of the peach itself. The shark paused and stared at the company with small evil eyes. Go away, you filthy beasts!" Slowly, almost lazily, the shark opened its mouth, which was big enough to have swallowed a perambulator, and made a huge lunge at the peach. They all watched aghast, and now, as though a signal from the leader, all of the other sharks came swimming towards the peach, and they all clustered around it and began to attack it furiously. There must have been 20 or 30 of them at least, all pushing and fighting and lashing their tails and churning the water into a froth. Panic and pandemonium broke out immediately at the top of the peach. "Oh, we are finished now," cried Miss Spider, with her feet wringing her feet. "They will eat us and the whole peach, and then there'll be nothing left of us to stand on, and they'll start on us." "She's right," shouted Ladybug. "We're lost forever." "Oh no, I don't want to be eaten," said Earthworm. "But they will take me first of all because I'm so fat and juicy and I have no bones." "Is there nothing we can do?" said Ladybug, appealing to James. "Surely you can think of a way out of this." Suddenly they were all looking at James. "Think," begged Miss Spider. "Think, James, think." "Come on," said Centipede. "Come on, James. There must be something we can do." Their eyes waited upon him, tense and anxiously, pathetically hopeful. "There is something I believe we might try," James Henry Trotter said slowly. "I'm not saying that it'll work." "Tell us," cried Earthworm. "Tell us quick." "We must try anything you say," said Centipede. "But hurry, hurry." "Be quiet and let the boy speak," said the Ladybug. "Go on, James." They all moved a little closer to him. There was a longish pause. "Go on," frantically. "Go on." And all the time while they were waiting, they could hear the sharks threshing around in the water below. It was enough to make anyone frantic. "Come on, James," Ladybug said, coaxing him. I'm afraid it's no good after all," James murmured, shaking his head. "I'm terribly sorry. I forgot. We don't have any string, and we need hundreds of yards of string to make this work." "What sort of string?" asked the old green grasshopper sharply. Any sort, just long string and strong." "But, my dear boy, that's exactly what we do have. We've got all you want here." "How? Where?" "The silkworm!" cried the old green grasshopper. "Didn't you ever notice the silkworm? She's still downstairs. She never moves. She just lies there sleeping all day long, but we can easily wake her up and make her spin." "And what about me, may I ask?" said Miss Spider. "I can spin just as well as any silkworm. What's more, I can spin patterns." "Can you make enough between you?" asked James. "As much as you want." "And quickly?" Of course, of course." "And would it be strong?" "The strongest there is, as thick as your finger." "But why? What are we going to do about it?" I'm going to lift this I'm going to lift this peach clear out of the water," James announced firmly. "You're mad," cried the Earthworm. "It's our only chance." "The boy's crazy." "He's joking." "Go on, James," the Ladybug said gently. "How are you going to do this?" "Skyhooks, I suppose," jeered the centipede. "Seagulls," James answered calmly. "The place is full of them. Look up there." They all looked up to the tip and saw a great mass of seagulls wheeling around in the sky. "I'm going to take a long silk string," James went on, "and I'm going to loop one end around the seagull's neck, and then I'm going to tie the other end to a stem of the peach." He pointed at the peach's stem, which was standing up like a short, thick mast in the middle of the deck. Then I'm going to get another seagull and do the same thing again, and then another. Ridiculous, they shouted. Absurd! Poppycock, balderdash, madness! And the old green grasshopper said, how could a few seagulls lift an enormous thing like this up in the air? And all of us, well, it would take hundreds, thousands. Well, there's no shortage of seagulls, James answered. Look for yourself. We'll probably need 400, 500, 600, maybe even 1,000. I don't know. I shall simply go on hooking them to the stem until we've got enough to lift us. They're bound to lift us in the end. It's like balloons. You give someone enough balloons to hold, and I mean really enough, and it goes up. And a seagull has much more lifting power than a balloon. If only we had time to do it. If only we are not sunk before by these awful sharks. You're absolutely off your head, said the earthworm. How on earth do you suppose to get a loop of string around a seagull's neck? I suppose you're going to fly up there and catch them yourselves? The boy's dotty, said Centipede. Let him finish, said Ladybug. Go on, James. How would we do it? With bait. With a worm, of course. Seagull loves worms. Didn't you know that? And lucky for us, we have here the biggest, fattest, pinkest, juiciest earthworm in the world. You can stop right there, the earthworm said sharp. That's quite enough. Go on, the other said again, now growing interest. Go on. The seagulls have already spotted him, James continued. That's why there's so many of them circling around. But they daren't come down to get him while we're all standing here. So this is what... Stop! Cried the earthworm. Stop, stop, stop. I won't, I refuse. Be quiet, said Centipede. Mind your own business. I like that. My dear earthworm, you're going to be eaten anyway, so what's the difference does it make if it's a shark or a seagull? I won't do it. Why don't we hear what the plan is first, said the old green grasshopper. I don't give a hoot what the plan is, cried the earthworm. I am not going to be pecked to death by a bunch of seagulls. You will be a martyr, said the centipede. I shall respect you for the rest of my life. So will I, said Miss Spider, and your name will be in the newspaper. Earthworm gives life to save friends. But he won't have to give his life, James told him. Now listen, and this is what we'll do. And we will read chapters 21 and 22 another day.